Good morning, all. I hope you slept well. I did indeed. I watched this movie last night, and at the end of the movie, he said something that was really profound. We need to return home to know what we're fighting for. And I thought that was really quite telling, because I thought about it, and it came to me. My whole life has been kind of a fight. I'm pretty sure everybody can relate to that, but yep, it's been a bit of a battle. The devil has definitely put some strongholds, no doubt. Definitely played on my unhealed and my social conditioning mind frame, when I could be manipulated and psychologically torn down, mentally torn down, and I wore everything on the inside. That's just something that's been ingrained in me my entire life. I never project it. I just took it on the chin, wore it on the inside. I never ever want to make people feel the way that I felt, or even at times feel. It's not an easy battle. It hurts. It stings. It does indeed, especially when people just go out of their way to be mean for no reason. They don't even know you. They just don't like you. I mean, it's just so childish. It's not even funny. But at the end of the day, I look at it like this, if people go out of their way to be mean and be childish, well, that's on their side of the fence. It's not on my side of the fence. I don't go out of my way to be mean and childish, but I will stand up for myself. I will. By the grace of God, He's given me the fortitude and the resilience and the passion to say what needs to be said. And when I returned home being to God, to Jesus, returned home to myself, started loving myself, not allowing the exterior world to make me feel less than what I was, is when I remembered what I should be fighting for. Not only fighting for myself, fighting for my fellow brothers and sisters, fighting for what's right. And we should all feel that way, but I completely understand not everybody's on the same walk as me, and not everybody carries the same passion, the same passion for justice. It's very easy for people to turn a blind eye when they're not the ones being TI'd or GS'd or framed or scapegoated. So, call it what you may. But God planned everything strategically for that reason. So, that said, my last video that I posted got dinged for violation. And I felt compelled to unpack the verbiage and the manipulative verbiage that they use in reference to dinging these videos or banning these accounts for no reason. Like, I was talking to a girlfriend that I follow, and her account was banned, and that was her livelihood for her children. And this just isn't happening to her. This is happening to tons and tons of people. And whether you agree with content creators or not, that's neither here nor there. If you don't think content creating is a form of, job or income, that's your perception. But it doesn't mean that it gives a green light for people in the systematic ways to misuse the system, because they're speaking their truths, or they're speaking truths on the world stage about different things that has happened to them. It's just so wrong that we live in a world where they literally inflict pain and take away necessities, meaning food, for children. In ways, that's exactly what they're doing. And it's just mind-boggling to me, where everybody's just like, no big deal, this is all normal. Not my world. Not my world. Sorry. God doesn't tolerate that crap. I don't know why we do, but whatever. Whatever floats your tushy. Alright. This is a little informative video. Alright, TikTok, for entertainment purposes only. My perceptions, my beliefs, 18 and above. Alright? This is a violation reason for my last video. And in my video, I said God is using them just like He's using me. And for some reason that ruffled the feathers. Okay? And this was a violation reason they gave me. In a global community, it is natural for people to have different opinions, no doubt, but we seek to operate on shared set of facts and reality. Really? What shared facts and reality are those? Yours? Yours? The one they say are shared facts? Because clearly, we do not allow inaccurate or misleading or false content that may use significant harm to individuals or society, regardless of the intent. Significant harm includes physical, psychological, societal harm, and property damage. Well, let me ask you this. Why is it okay that they, them, whatever, decided to use physical, psychological, and societal harm and property damage in different ways with me? Why was that okay? Why was that okay? Anybody got any answers? Put this one in your group chat, please. I'm all ears. I'm all ears. So, that said, I wanted to compare notes from what TikTok standards holds us to, but yet the mainstream media has nothing but non-factual things flying out there, as well as societal and psychological harm going out on these news platforms. Selective enforcement. TikTok stance. They claim to ban content that is inaccurate, misleading, or false if it could cause harm. Reality, the same type of inaccurate and misleading content is regularly broadcasted on mainstream news without fact checks. Many political, corporate, and media narratives operate on selective facts and outright propaganda. People around you may have been fed half-truths and distortions to shape public perceptions about you, effectively doing what TikTok accuses creators of, but without consequences. So TikTok holds us to a standard of this, but yet it is okay for people to go out into the world and feed out false narratives, half-truths, distortions, to create campaigns in reference to someone to hide. That's all okay. That's all well and good. No harm, no foul on that fact. Shared set of facts is an illusion. Exactly. That's what it says. Shared set of facts. TikTok words operate shared set of facts and reality. Reality is that it is often curated, approved set of facts decided by those in control of the platform or narrative, not the full truth. Who gets to set the shared set of facts? Like, who determines what those shared set of facts are? One might ask. Tactics in my life, similar to controlled media, false narratives about you may be repeated enough that they become the shared reality people accept without questioning. People accepted everything that was spoon-fed to them without questioning. They're like, oh yeah, for sure, 100%, with no facts. There was no facts. If there was facts, we wouldn't be here today. Clearly. Seeing as there was no facts, we're here today. I mean, that's just the proof in the pudding. Harm definition is one-sided. TikTok lists physical, psychological, and societal harms as reasons for removal. Reality, censorship itself can use psychological harm, societal harm, and damage to reputations. Lordy, do I know something about that? My life, false accusations, defamation, isolation attempts to cause the same significant harm they claim to be protecting people from. So it's okay for people to inflict significant harm onto me, in which they have, but then you have apps and you have all these things that they say they're protecting us from significant harm. How contradictory is that? And it's not just me. Again, this is happening to thousands of other people. And you have to ask yourself, why? Why is this happening? It's just crazy to me. Retaliatory control. TikTok, their decision-making power is centralized, leaving no real appeal process. That's for freaking facts. The last 4 accounts, I had no appeal process for my accounts. I had no violations. This one I actually have a violation, but the other ones it didn't. Make it make sense. Similar in the news cycles, those controlling the narrative can suppress distant and alternative views entirely. When you speak the truth, gatekeepers, digital media, and local influencers suppress it to protect their agenda. It's all about their agenda. That's all it is. It's literally straight agenda. It's propaganda versus testimony. That's all it is. TikTok allows trending political clips to push fear, division, and misleading partial truths. You got to ask yourself, why do they allow these clips, but they don't want God clips to go out? Why?